Well, after the hearing, Mark Richards, of course, was the lead trial attorney for Kyle Rittenhouse. There was a press conference where he spoke. So let's look at a little bit of that, and we'll talk about it on the other side. How does that feel?
It's good. It's over.
You got what you wanted accomplished in there?
Yeah, the gun's going to be destroyed. His property was returned on Wednesday, and the money is going to people who divided up FightBack, Kyle and Ricky Schroeder, who posted some of it.
Do you know how much his portion would be? Kyle's portion?
Can you tell us?
Can you tell us?
No.
Can you?
No, the pillow guy does not get any money back.
Can you explain why Kyle Rittenhouse was so insistent about destroying or having that gun destroyed? What was his reasoning?
Because there was dual claims to the gun, and we did not want the gun being returned to Dominic Black and then having him sell it as Kyle Rittenhouse's gun, like has happened in other famous cases. We didn't think anybody should profit from it, and we wanted it destroyed.
What are you going to tell him today,
Tell who?
Kyle? How it went?
Tell him it went well. I mean, I think he was watching.
So he got back his clothes from that night?
Yeah, his clothes.
What does he want with them?
He didn't want anything out there that could go to other parties, be sold. They're not going to destroy clothes, so the clothes are, in my office. They're going to be mailed out to him, and do whatever he wants.
Had anyone inquired about purchasing the gun or any
Lots of people.
Really?
Can you tell us how he's doing now?
He's doing well. He's looking forward to getting back into school. That's all set up, and he's going to get on with his life.
Is he in Arizona?
I'm not going to say what he is.
It sounds like he's interested in maybe going into a legal career. Is that something he's discussing with you?
Yes.
Would you hire him to work for your firm?
You have to look at his grades when he gets through law school.
Mark, can you kind of walk us through what we just went through in there, just for the layman?
Yeah, we had an agreement, all the parties who were responsible for the money. Wendy Rittenhouse had raised a large sum of money, which then went to FightBack to bond Kyle out. FightBack, us, Wendy Rittenhouse all agreed how the money should be put together. John Pierce, who was the attorney at the beginning of this from California, had a bunch of business troubles. He went to a litigation funding company, received $2 million. When that $2 million ran out, they were going to sue him. They took a judgment against him, and John agreed that all those monies, anything that came into the firm as an asset, would go to pay them. The bond money came from FightBack to John Pierce. It was never John Pierce's money. It went into his trust account, not his business account. And these people from California come in and say, without filing the documents, we want money. And they were just trying to muck up a settlement and receive something for go-away nuisance fees, which we weren't going to do.
Mark Richards always tells it like it is. It's always interesting talking with him. And there was a lot to talk about there. You heard him talk about with regard to the gun, that they didn't want Dominic Black getting that gun back and then selling it, saying, hey, this is Kyle Rittenhouse's gun, and making a pile of cash off that. And just so we are clear here, Dominic Black is the friend of Kyle Rittenhouse's who purchased the gun for him. So the gun was really in his name. So under the law, that was not Kyle Rittenhouse's gun, technically. It was Dominic Black's gun because Kyle had given him the money to purchase it. So it would have legally probably gone back to Dominic Black, and they wanted it destroyed. So let's start there, guys, if you would. Eric Newmark, I'm wondering what you think of what we just heard from Mark Richards and the fact that that gun will indeed be destroyed.
I do think it was a very mature decision on the part of Kyle Rittenhouse to destroy the gun. The original request was that the gun be returned to him for the purpose of destruction, which didn't make a whole lot of sense. The authorities in Wisconsin are in a better position to destroy it. I do find it interesting how they're going to dispose of it like Osama bin Laden into the ocean. They're going to destroy it on camera. Didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
And videotape
but I do think, and videotape
Right.
it so that everybody's sure what happened to the gun. But I do think that's the right decision, that the gun shouldn't be used for anybody's financial or political gain. And obviously a super unfortunate situation in Wisconsin, and no one should profit from it.
No matter what you think of this case, where you fall down on this case, whatever side you fall down on, 2 people died and a 3rd person was wounded. So it's definitely nothing to celebrate. Catherine, as far as the bail money goes, you know, you heard him, this company coming in from California, Mark Richards says, just trying to mess this whole thing up at the last minute. And there was this pre-existing agreement on how the money would be handled. Wendy Rittenhouse, Kyle's mother, raising a large portion of that money. So everything is settled here as far as the money goes. So that's a lot of money, though. He wouldn't say how much Kyle is getting, but I'm sure he will get a good chunk.
Yes, it's a lot of money. We know that at least $925,000 will go back to Kyle. What's interesting with what Mark Richards said is that John Pierce from California is just brought this hedge fund up and mocked the whole, settlement or agreement that they had about what to do with the $2 million bail money. I'm a California licensed and Texas licensed attorney. So thinking about California, I think John Pierce might have a lot of ethical and legal issues coming up with the state bar if that's ever raised. Not that I would ever want that to any attorney, but that is, as I mentioned earlier, ethical and legal obligations to your client. There's a big conflict of interest here, especially when Mark Richards mentioned that John Pierce was going to get sued himself for not giving the money back. And he had to think of a way to get himself extricated from that legal, position. So where does that leave John Pierce now?
Well, we need to hear from John Pierce. We haven't really heard from him on this topic, so we need to reach out to him to be clear. And we will be doing that. So stay with us here as we take a break. Eric Newmark from Minnesota, practices in Wisconsin. Thanks so much for being with us this hour. We appreciate your time. We'll see you another time. And stay with us. We'll be right back. You're watching For the Record on Law and Crime.
Hi, this is Dan Abrams with exciting news for all of our Law and Crime followers on YouTube. You can now get the live Law and Crime Network with YouTubeTV for all of your daily live trial coverage, legal news, expert analysis, and original true crime programs. Subscribe to YouTubeTV today and then locate Law and Crime in the channel guide. And for only $1.99 a month, you can add the network to your bundle. Watch Law and Crime every day with YouTubeTV. We put you in the jury box.